Okay, so we're going to start by filling up a kettle and setting it to boil. Then we're going to chop up the chicken, slicing it into 1 to 2 centimetre strips. We want to use claw grip to keep our fingers safe at this stage. Washing our hands next to prevent cross-contamination. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to a clean saucepan, followed by the chicken. We're spreading the chicken out into a single layer to help it cook evenly. And then we're popping the chicken onto the hob. We're going to leave it on a medium-low heat to cook whilst we get on with chopping the vegetables. So slicing off the pointy top of the onion and then cutting the onion in half lengthways. Clear off the chopping board and then peel the skin from the onion. If you grab the corners, it makes it slightly easier. Once we've done that, we're going to slice the onion lengthways but not through the root bit, and then cutting across the original cuts to create nice small dice. Moving on to the pepper, again we're going to dice this first by slicing it into strips and then cutting across those strips so we've got nice small dice shaped pieces. Okay, so returning to the chicken pan, we're going to give it a stir with a fish slice to make sure it's not sticking on the bottom, and then we're going to add in the diced vegetables to the pan. Just take care not to spill any as you're doing that. Once we've got them in, we'll give it all a stir and again just leave to cook for a few more minutes. We're going to measure our rice by volume. We need 100 mils of long grain rice, so we're just checking it by getting down to eye level. Crumbling in half a stock cube for flavour and adding half a teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice or whatever spices you would like to use. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder to give the rice a lovely vibrant yellow colour, and half a teaspoon of garlic. We're using powder but you could equally use paste. We're going to stir the rice and the spices together before stirring the chicken and vegetables once more and adding the dry rice and spices into the pan. Giving them a stir and just letting them sit on the heat will bring out the fragrance of the spices, and then we're going to measure 200 mils of boiled kettle water to add to the pan, so double the volume of the rice. Just bringing it to the boil, we're looking out for those first big bubbles to appear. Give it a stir once it's boiling, but not too much as we don't want the starch to come out of the rice granules. Then popping the lid onto the saucepan and leaving it to simmer with the lid on for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the rice will have absorbed all the water and should be soft and ready to eat. Okay, so important points to note with this recipe. The liquid has been measured very carefully. You must make sure that when you're cooking the rice, you leave the lid on. This will prevent any escaping of the liquid as steam, which will then affect how the rice is cooked. The other important point to note is that when it is being cooked with the lid on, it must be on the very lowest heat.